What is up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video where we're gonna get on the road, but not with Donnie, not with Brutus, my GS. We're gonna take a Cruisym. A Cruisym borrowed from work. Actually not borrowed, I'm on an assignment from work. So it's gonna be an interesting one. Normally it should have been just an assignment to go for a weekend at an event, but since I like to travel, we're gonna make it a little bit interesting. Now, as you can see, I've packed just basically everything I need for a weekend away under the seat. It takes a little bit of force to close, but it does close. Oh, also, I know people will ask how I mounted my phone. I am using a quad lock mount with a bracket that comes specifically for the Cruisym. You can find it on AliExpress anywhere. And yeah, we're gonna get on the road. Let's get on the highway first. Basically, I'm gonna do a touring test. Something like we're gonna be 18 hours on the road, stopping to sleep for the night. We're gonna do a touring test because we're gonna have highways, big mountain roads, small mountain roads. We're just gonna have basically just about every kind of road you can think of. And we're gonna see just how good the Cruisym is at touring. This little 300cc scooter, how good is it at touring across the road, across continents? Because I constantly blab about how good the Cruisym is for long distance touring and everything. And I've never actually gotten to show on my channel just how good this damn thing is. Although it's just 26 horsepower, it's amazing how much it can achieve with just 26 horsepower. Combine that with the extremely comfortable riding position. Now, I'm leaving at 6 o'clock in the evening after a full day's work, and and for today I have set up about 207 kilometers to our overnight stop, which GPS says is gonna take 2 hours and 59 minutes to cover. So basically 3 hours, that's what GPS says. Is it gonna be 3 hours? I don't know, honestly might be a little bit less than 3 hours. Let's see how we can maneuver through traffic. So our little machine under the mirror, a little machine good enough to do thousands of kilometers on the highway. It's actually very goddamn decent on the city roads, through city traffic. Now, we are rocking the standard windscreen that comes on the Cruisym. It's set up in its highest position. And that's about it for accessories. I do have a passenger backrest, but I don't have a passenger with me. So no top case, just under seat storage, our standard windscreen. It's basically in its standard configuration. You can make the Cruisym a lot better for touring. GV has a big aftermarket windscreen which makes it as good as a Goldwing on the highway in terms of wind protection. Also, my legs are nicely tucked in here. It should be an interesting and a very good on-road companion, because I've looked at the weather for our trip and the weather is so-and-so. We might be fighting or running from the rain all trip. So what is this trip? Let's get on the highway and we'll talk about it a little bit, but I want to get on the highway and open up the taps. And out of the city onto the highway. It's time to open up the taps. We have 4 bars on engine coolant. That should be perfectly fine. Engine is fully warmed up. We have a full tank of gas. We got 205 kilometers ahead of us. Only 60 kilometers of highway, but it should be quite enough to show the prowess of the Cruisym on the highway. And as you can see, we are calmly riding along. Not a lot of wind, very little wind on my feet. Very little wind on my helmet or on my chest. We're currently cruising at 120. I'm gonna set my throttle up because everybody is asking me how do I have cruise control on scooters. It's basically just a throttle lock you can get on AliExpress on anything. And yeah, 120. We're turning about 7,000 RPM. Scooter is nice and stable. It is a bit of a windy day, but as you can see, it doesn't really care. Up the hill, down the hill. How about I put my hands on the handlebar? Yeah, so what are we doing? Okay, so basically I have an assignment from work where I have to take this Cruisym to one of our dealers in Iasi. Our dealer is holding an event. We're gonna take 5 scooters. 4 of them are going on a van, and I'm supposed to bring this one on its wheels. Now normally from Bucharest to Iasi is a very, very boring road. Basically a straight shot through the plains. And it's about 400 kilometers. I have to be there by tomorrow at noon. But I'm not gonna take that boring road. We are gonna take it through the Carpathians, and I really wanna pass the Bicaz Gorge. It's one of the most beautiful roads in Romania, and I haven't filmed it or anything, and I really want to show you guys how beautiful the southern Carpathians are. If you're riding across Romania or riding across Europe and you come close to Romania, you have to check out the southern Carpathians. I'm gonna put a link to a Google Maps link of the route I take down in the description below, so you can check out in the description, and in case you want to repeat the trip, you can very easily. Now the first leg of the trip is basically gonna be the same trip I did in January with Brutus up to Brașov. We're taking the exact same road. I'm not gonna stop in Brașov. I'm gonna go on to St. George for, it's about 40 or 50 kilometers further up north. We're gonna overnight stop there at a hostel. I think I paid like 10 euros for the room. It's supposed to be like a 4-bedroom room, and you share bunk beds. But for 10 euros, considering I'm gonna arrive there at about, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock, and I want to leave by 6 o'clock in the morning, for 10 euros, why not? Just gonna be there for about 8 hours to get some shut-eye, and then we're gonna hit the road at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and we're gonna ride through the mountains for, I don't know, I think about 250 kilometers. We're gonna be constantly riding through the mountains, through the southern Carpathians. It's gonna be absolutely awesome. I haven't been to the southern Carpathians for about 15 or 20 years, but I do remember them. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful, and I can hardly wait to get there. But we're gonna get there tomorrow morning. But it's not gonna be a 2-part video, so don't worry. This is gonna be just a 1-part video. We're gonna make this first part up to the overnight stop, because I have filmed this road before. Link is somewhere up here of my ride with Brutus in January on this road, and you can watch it. You can check it out there. But we're gonna go to our overnight stop. We're not gonna do any sightseeing on the way, and we're gonna see how the Cruisym handles highways, normal roads, roads on the plains, and mountain roads and mountain passes, and roads that go through gorges. It's gonna be absolutely awesome, so stick around and watch the video, because you're gonna see a lot of nice sights. And also, we're gonna test out the Cruisym on a proper tour. It's 6 o'clock in the evening now, and I have 560 kilometers to cover until noon tomorrow. So we're gonna be pushing it a little bit. We're not gonna be taking it easy. But for now, we are cruising 121 kilometers an hour, 7,000 RPM, cruising beautifully, absolutely no problem. We can even open up the taps a little bit. 130. It should settle at about 140, 145 if I really push it. But we're not gonna try and absolutely cane it, considering we're also traveling through roadworks, so we're not gonna do crazy stuff. But the thing can do about 140, 145 if the wind is right. Otherwise, it can cruise at 120, 130 like it's nobody's business all day long without any sort of issue. Much faster than 130, I would not recommend it, considering it's still just it's just a 278cc engine. It is water cooled, the radiator is nice and up front, so the engine does maintain temperature very easily. But it's a little bit pushing it. Above 130 is a little bit pushing it. Now if we open up the taps and squat down a little bit, we do have a bit of a headwind, but as you can see, we are going up to 140. Slowly but surely, we are reaching the red line. So yeah, 125 is just about right. We can set our cruise control and we can relax and enjoy the ride. Absolutely beautiful. So, for the highway, it's a good highway cruiser, as you can probably see. But let's get up into the mountains and see how it handles a little bit of mountain road and get to our overnight stop, because I'm actually pretty tired after a long day's work, and I'm thankful for this riding position, which is absolutely relaxing, as you can probably tell. Now, one more thing I wanted to add before we get off the highway. A little thing that a lot of people either don't realize or don't know about the Cruisym. Although it doesn't have hand guards, and the GV windscreen, if you buy it, has some hand protection, as it comes standard, these wing mirrors actually create a cone of calm air right here. As you can look, I have this, I don't know, this piece of material on my gloves. I don't know how it's called, I forget right now. If I keep my hand right here, you can look at it at just how little it actually moves. That's how calm the air is, right over there where my hand is. I've ridden the Cruisym through rain, and on the highway, if you're on the highway and you can push it to 120, 130, your hands pretty much stay bone dry through the rain. If it's not a side wind to push the rain sideways and it's just a straight rain, you can't get away with keeping your hands dry. It's an interesting little quirk of the Cruisym. And also, these wing mirrors, being a little bit far forward on the fairing, actually offer absolutely great visibility behind you. They're wonderful, especially here on the highway, where I have to see, if I want to change lanes, how quickly is the car behind me coming. They don't vibrate at all, they don't move from the wind at all. It's a very, very nice and relaxing setup for cruising. As the name implies, Cruisym. Would have I liked a little bit bigger engine? Yeah, maybe, surely. Probably the engine from the Maxim 400 would be great on the Cruisym, but unfortunately, I don't think you can actually fit the engine of the Maxim 400 here, because it's quite a little bit more narrow here between my legs. But as it sits, again, we're doing 125 kilometers an hour. It's perfectly fine, it's a decent speed. You can cover ground very quickly with this thing if you're actually in a hurry. But I think I can actually see the mountains a little bit, and I think I can see darkish clouds. Like over there it's a little bit dark, over there it's a little bit dark, and we are going over there. And yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed I'm not gonna get rained on for the next 2.5 hours. I don't know how much luck I'm gonna have, but I am keeping my fingers crossed. Might be for nothing, but weather currently says I'm gonna get rained on. Hopefully Mother Nature gives me a free pass today and tomorrow morning. I really want to enjoy this trip, because we're gonna go on some really beautiful roads. Again, you're gonna hear me say beautiful quite a lot of times, but it is what it is. You're gonna see. Just wait a couple of minutes. I really enjoy this part of the road out of Ploiești and heading into Câmpina, because it's a perfectly straight road, dual carriageway type, so you can absolutely cane it. But you see the peaks of the mountains. You're getting close to the peaks of the mountains. It gives you that sense of adventure is beginning. We're leaving the plains, we're heading up into the mountains. And you can see them right up ahead, you can almost touch them. You know the road is gonna get a lot more beautiful in just a couple of kilometers. You just have to get over there. It's such a nice feeling every time I'm on this stretch of road and I'm just looking at the horizon and I can see the curvature of the terrain. And also, I haven't been rained on yet. So knock on plastic, it doesn't start. We have about 120 kilometers left to go. We're already 90 kilometers into the trip and about 55 minutes. We've left 55 minutes ago, so 91 kilometers in 55 minutes. That is quite respectable for a little scooter, actually. We are making some great time. GPS says we're gonna be there in about an hour and 49 minutes, but if there's traffic up ahead, we can just filter through it quickly, and we might actually arrive at our destination a little bit quicker than anticipated, or that a little bit quicker than the GPS anticipates. That's what usually happens when you travel on two wheels. You arrive at destinations quite a little bit quicker than GPS thinks you're gonna. And I can smell the mountain air as I'm looking at the peaks up ahead of me. Adventure awaits. And considering this is just a work assignment, so basically all I have to do is take the Cruisym from Bicaz Gorge. This is a work assignment. But with a little bit of ingenuity and a couple of euros, we can turn it into an adventure. A proper overnight adventure. We're gonna cross the mountains. We're gonna travel across the southern Carpathian mountains. We're gonna traverse the Bicaz Gorge. If I can remember to turn off my indicators, that is, because apparently I'm forgetting my indicators. It's hard at this speed, considering I'm wearing earplugs. At this speed, I basically don't hear any clicking of the indicators. So people complaining some scooters don't have indicators. If it's a scooter you're gonna take on long distance trips, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have a ticking noise on the indicators. At speed, you're not gonna hear it anyway. The same goes for motorcycles as well. Now this is what I'm talking about. Out of the plains and into the mountains, the pine trees glowing, the sun setting. We're still 50 kilometers away from our overnight stop, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this bit of road. Now we're gonna talk more about the handling of the Cruisym once we get tomorrow into the Bicaz Gorge, but spoiler alert, now it may not be a sport bike, but this thing can actually hold its own on the bends without any kind of issues. Unfortunately, we have traffic. Hopefully on the Bicaz Gorge it's gonna be a little bit lighter traffic, but for now it's yeah, as you can plainly see, I cannot get the most out of it because yeah, it is what it is. We can be cheeky about it and take one at a time. But yeah, it's thoroughly not quite as enjoyable as if the road would have been completely empty, or at least have a bit of stretch of clear road. Yeah, just don't mind me, thank you. Dip, 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 dip. That's the difference with touring with a big bike and a scooter that's actually decent. Even around town, it's small, and you, in situations like this, you can take advantage of a bit of a gap and just go for it, and people don't mind because you're on a little scooter. You're not on like some big bike. You're not some jackass on a big bike. You're on a little scooter. You're just trundling along, having fun, minding your own business. Yeah, sure, move a little bit up in the queue, why not? And welcome to Transylvania, everybody. We've passed the Carpathians. We have the southern Carpathians to our right. We're gonna ride through them tomorrow. But currently I'm seeing a lot of rain clouds, and we're just 33 kilometers away from our overnight stop. So the Cruisym is gonna get the beans, because I really don't want to put on rain gear, and I really want to make it there dry. GPS says another 29 minutes. Hopefully we can cut it down to about 20-25 minutes, and hopefully the weather holds so I can get into the overnight stop and not have to put rain gear on for the last 20 kilometers. But otherwise, he's been running strong, really nice on the mountain roads. I'm thoroughly going to enjoy it tomorrow on the Bicaz Gorge, and that's where we're going to see it shine. Rain clouds. I can't tell if it's raining over there or not. I don't know if what I'm gonna do if it starts raining. Do I stop and put on rain gear, or do I push through for the last 10-15 minutes? Because if I give it some speed and make myself small in this little cubby hole here, you basically sit pretty dry. You're pretty well protected from the weather. Really have no clue, but the road is gonna take us that way, and I can't tell if it's raining over there or not. I really can't tell. It looks like it's either raining or it's gonna start to rain pretty damn soon. It might be raining, but I don't know if the clouds are further than St. George or not, or if St. George is closer to us than the clouds. Really hard to tell. We're gonna have to find out. And we're gonna have to slow down because we have to get off the highway. Bloody hell, this thing can keep speed like it's nobody's business. It can't go much faster than 140, but it's utterly sublime at 120, 130. It doesn't feel like it's even struggling. That's because now people look at the RPM gauge and see that we're hitting 8,000, 9,000 RPM. That's okay. Alright, that's okay. This engine, the way it's designed, this engine is designed to function between 5,000 RPM and 9,000 RPM. That's where it's happiest. Just normal acceleration, we're at 6,000 RPM. So riding it constantly at 7,000, 8,000 RPM, it's absolutely normal. You're not gonna wear out the engine, you're not gonna ruin the engine. That's how it's meant to operate. So yeah, no problem, just ride it. Just be wary of the 9,000 RPM red line. Try not to take it in the red, but if you keep it at 8,500, it's absolutely perfect. Where are we supposed to go? So we do this, and then we take a left, and the left, and another left, and another left, and we punch it. So nice to know that you have traction control. Oh! Train giving us a bit of a horn. And let's punch it to St. George, only 27 kilometers left. Will we beat the rain? Will we win in this race? Man and machine against nature. Can the little Cruisym get me to St. George dry? Punch it, little Cruisy, punch it! I'm seeing raindrops on my windscreen. Hopefully the GoPro is still clean, but I'm seeing raindrops on my windscreen. We're 15 kilometers from our accommodations. Come on, please, no. 10 more minutes, please. Oh, this is gonna be down to the wire. Hopefully it's just a drizzle and not a downpour, because I have nowhere to get shelter if it starts pouring. Come on, Mother Nature, come on. It's starting, it's starting. Yeah, that's definitely a rain cloud up above us, but just tuck the legs in, tuck myself in, nice and quickly. 30 kilometers go. Come on, we can make it dry. We can make it dry. I can't believe that, considering in the morning it said that basically it was gonna rain the entire trip from Bucharest to here, and I haven't seen a drop of rain all trip. Now after 200 kilometers, in the last 13 kilometers I get rained on. How much bad luck can you have? Or actually, I don't know, is it bad luck? Or is it good luck that I actually made... Whoa! Well, missed my turn off. This wasn't perfectly legal, but screw it, I don't want rain. Yeah, be mindful of your GPS, because it's telling you where to go, and you have to listen to it. So as I was saying, I don't know if it's bad luck or good luck, because it should have rained the entire way, but it's only raining now in the past couple of minutes, and now the road is taking me there, which is a little bit clearer, so we might just thread the needle between the clouds and get into St. George pretty much dry. It's just a drizzle right now, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I mean, if it maintains like this, I can ride for hours on end, but I actually need to get a little bit faster speed, and come on, let's give it the beans. You kind of have to be above 100, 110 to maintain yourself dry on the Cruisym. Anything slower, yeah, the lens of the camera is wet, so anything slower than 110, you do get a little bit of rain on you. Now, what is an unknown for me is the Maxxis tires that come on the Cruisym. Now, I'm told they're not bad, but I have never ridden them in the rain and in the drizzle, because right now, as a little bit of water is getting on the road, oil from inside the road is coming up to the surface. So until it starts really raining and the road gets properly wet, when it's just like moist as it is now, it's actually usually the most amount of slippery, if that is even a word, but you get the idea. You actually get more grip on a road that's completely wet than on a road that's just moist. But let's get past this truck. Now the Cruisym does have a little bit of power and torque. You're gonna make overtakes, but they're not gonna be quite as easy as, I don't know, I do them on my BMW GS. But let's get into St. George and see if we can get in there dry. And welcome to St. George, Romania. We have properly threaded the needle. The drizzle has stopped. I am 99% dry. And we are 3.6 kilometers away from our overnight stop. But the most important thing is I got here dry. Again, with my dad jeans and my dad Force Ones, no need for rain gear, no need for bulky, uncomfortable rain gear. Welcome to St. George. Now we're just gonna have to find our accommodations. I don't know exactly where it is. I have the address on my GPS. It says it has parking, which I find frankly amazing, considering I pay 10 euros for a bed. Not a room, a bed, because hostels are basically, they put 2 bunk beds in a room, so you have 4 beds, and 4 people share that room. But I'm really not interested in privacy or anything, because it's currently 20 minutes to 9 or quarter to 9. It's almost 9 o'clock. As near as makes no difference, it's almost 9 o'clock. And I'm gonna be leaving I want at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Open this up. I want to be on the road at about 6 o'clock. I want to be on the scooter and kickstands up. So from 9 to 6, how much is that? 9 hours? Yeah. So we just need a bed somewhere to lie down, sleep, pass the night, and then get back on the road at the break of dawn. But let's find our little hostel. And while I take you through a tour of St. George, don't ask me what the buildings are or anything, because I hardly know anything about St. George myself, but yeah, this is St. George in the middle of Romania, in Transylvania, Romania. Tomorrow we're gonna pass through a place called Mierbreciuc, which is one of the coldest places in Romania. Now it is late May, early June, and we shouldn't get too cold. Fingers crossed. I don't have heated gear with me. Quite a nice little quiet, very quiet town. Nice people. It's actually very quiet. Oh, kebabs. Might come here for some kebabs. Or actually I have some sandwiches. Kebabs or sandwiches. Might skip the kebab tonight. Just go for the sandwich, considering I paid money for the sandwich. Why not just eat the sandwich, the bloody sandwich? Too bad I'm not gonna be able to visit St. George. It actually looks like a pretty decent place to be. But very quiet and hardly any traffic whatsoever. And we should be arriving left here, and we should see our accommodations on the left side. Let's see if we can spot it. Oh, speed bump. What is that? 2net computer. Man, a computer store. How long has that been closed? Or is it still open? Are there stuff on the shelves? It's actually open. Oh, where are we? Where is it? Where the bloody hell is it? Well, that's like oh, there it is. There it is. Hostel. Not hostile. Hostel. And we have bloody arrived. I think we are gonna park. I don't like parking all the way back here. Let us park exactly here. Alright, I'm gonna go in and see if I can check in. Alright, so we made it inside, and that's room number 2. Where is it? Now, I may actually be extremely bloody lucky. This is the whole room. So, you basically got a bunk bed here, and a bunk bed here, and a window there, and a wardrobe here, and a door there, and a TV there. But considering it's 9 o'clock and I'm the only one here, and all these beds look made and fresh and unslept in, I may actually have the luck of renting basically a bed in a room that 4 people can rent all by myself, because there aren't any other customers. So I may just have the room all to myself for just 10 euros. 10 euros per night. Anyway, I'm gonna bring my stuff in here and unpack a little bit. So, what do you do after a 200-kilometer ride after work? You treat yourself with a nice cold beverage, a nice birra moretti, at the terrace or restaurant or Actually, right over there is a biker bar. And how lucky am I, considering the Cruisym is parked over there. Our accommodations are over there. And over here we have a biker bar where we can enjoy a nice cold beer. So that's been it for the first leg. It's been quite fun. The Cruisym has impressed me. It's standing over there sleeping has impressed me with its ease of use. And now to be actually staying right next to a biker bar, I'll overlay some footage of what's inside there because I can't film inside there because the music, they're playing music and I'm gonna get copyright strike. But it's an actual proper biker bar with motorcycles on the walls and everything. It's empty right now, but I'm pretty sure when it's not empty, the atmosphere probably gets a little bit rowdy here. Yeah, but for the first leg, the Cruisym has been impressive at how easy it is to use, and that's the nice part about it. With 190 kilograms, it's stable enough on the highway that you can actually ride comfortably even if there's wind, but then again, once you get into the city, it's light enough that you can maneuver it. So that's actually quite nice, and the fact that I have the storage space under the seat, the huge storage space under the seat, and I can carry everything I need for a full weekend without needing a top case. That just means that if I have a top case, then I can take another person with me and we can ride two up and we can both have our luggage with us. But yeah, for now I'm gonna turn in for the night after I finish my beer, and we're gonna pick this up in the morning when we get back on the road at the break of dawn. Good morning. It's next day, 7 o'clock in the morning. I got the Cruisym all packed up and we are going to hit the road. GPS says we're gonna make it there at about 3:30, but we have to be there by 12 or 1. Now, what is giving me hope is that we have only 365 kilometers, so that should not take us 8 hours to cover. But I'm gonna get on the road and we're gonna stop for some fuel and see exactly on the first leg how much fuel the Cruisym actually used up, because I wasn't very light on the throttle. I gave it a little bit of stick considering we got here in like 2.5 hours from Bucharest. So yeah, I'm gonna check out, get back on the road and catch you guys back at the fuel station where we're gonna see exactly how much fuel it used up on the first leg. So 256 kilometers on this tank. We're gonna do the math and see how much fuel we used up until now. But first, we gotta fill it up. Okay, that's as much as it will take. Maybe a little bit more. So it's a bit of a faff to fill this thing up with fuel, but you get that. So, how much was that? 9 liters and 92. Let's divide that by 2.56. So 3.875 liters per 100 kilometers. So under 4% fuel usage, 4 liters per 100 kilometer. Considering we didn't go easy on the thing. Quite impressive. But now, let's pay our fuel and let's get back on the road.
Tossed by the jealous waves of the sea, I'm not as
And now this is what I came all this way for. The Bicaz Gorge. As you can see, rocks on both sides, forest on the left, rocks on the right. This place, I'm steaming up, let's open this up. This place is absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully there's not much wind noise, but this place is absolutely gorgeous and the road is so bloody tight. This is what I came all this way to see, and now we're dropping into the gorge, properly dropping into the gorge. The road is a little bit slick, so we're not gonna push it real hard. There are wet patches, we're gonna be mindful of them, so we don't turn this awesome day into a bad day. But that's what I remember about this road. It's very tight, and look at this, how it just between the rocks, threading the needle, and the road dropping down there. Get it in, get it in. That's what's nice about riding a scooter on such a road. You don't have to worry about gear shifting or anything. You can just take your corners and enjoy the bloody scenery because it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm using the GPS as a bit of a navigator so I can figure out what kind of corners. And tunnel, we got a tunnel, running through a tunnel. I can't see shit. Hopefully there are not too many bumps, because I can't see the bumps. I have my sunshades on so you guys can hear me. And my eyes were not adjusted for the darkness. But here we are dropping into the gorge now. Isn't this just absolutely beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. It does have a wow factor to it. Working the engine, we're working the brakes tight in. Man, how tight is this? And once again, another tight one, hard on the brakes. Shave off the speed, chuck it in, move your body around. Our fellow Polish biker friend up ahead. I stopped to change my GoPro battery and he passed me. But isn't this just stupendous? Here we are down in the gorge. Absolutely beautiful. Souvenir shops, of course. For people that are on vacation, they can buy souvenirs. I'm not on vacation, I'm on a work assignment. Here we are hanging it with the big bike. I don't know how fast he's riding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tight, 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 tight. Man, check this out. Check it out. People just walking the gorge. This is absolutely stupendous. It's flabbergasted, to be perfectly honest. I want to stop and take a picture. I don't know exactly where, but too pretty not to take a picture. And if you're on an off-road bike, there are a lot of forest roads around here that you can explore and off-road on. It's quite a beautiful area. Now down next to the Bicaz River, and here we are next to the Bicaz River inside the gorge. This is what riding is all about, peeps, at least for me. Some people like high-speed bikes, some people like off-road. This is the essence of biking. Yes, I like off-roading. I'm not a big fan of huge speeds, but this is the essence of biking, riding two wheels to places like this, and riding roads like this, and exploring places like this where it's, I don't know, it's just something. After weeks on end in the city, just riding through traffic and going to work and everything, to find yourself in a place like this is relaxing, it's calming. It takes just about everything, all the weight off your shoulders. And today is basically, I'm on a work assignment, so I'm still at work today. But I don't care. I really do not care. Because look at this. Just look at where we are. If this is my job, then yes, please. Yes, please. Slowly coming out of the gorge, the rocky part of the gorge. We're still going to be riding next to the Bicaz River, but we are exiting the gorge. Yeah, so stopped and took a couple of pictures. One of them is probably going to be the thumbnail picture. And now, no more stopping for pictures because I do not have time. It's 10 o'clock. We should have been in Iasi in about 2 or 3 hours, and we still have 200 kilometers and about another 100 kilometers of roads like this. So the little Cruisym has his work cut out to do 200 kilometers in 3 hours on a road like this. GPS says it's gonna take us 4.5 hours, so we gotta cut, what's that, like 50% off the time, 30% off the time? So my math is off in the morning because I'm just in awe of the scenery we're riding through. But luckily, the little Cruisym is well and truly capable of hanging it in the bends with the big bikes, and we can make some proper time if we have proper asphalt like we do now. The asphalt is really nice. We're off the beaten part, the full of potholes part, and now we're just punching it. And I think it's time I closed my visor because we are getting some momentum. Well, here we are in Bicaz City. Now normally we should go that way to Piatra Neamț, but I'm not taking the short way. We're taking the longer way. We're hanging a left and we're gonna follow the Bicaz River, and we're gonna go up the Bicaz River, and we're gonna pass by Bicaz Lake and Bicaz Dam, which is a really old dam built, I think, in the communist period. Oh. Catch a glimpse of ourselves in the mirror. Yeah, boy, looking good on the Cruisym. You know, what I always notice when I leave the capital city, which is extremely crowded and bustling and agitated, people are agitated. You come to cities like this on the edge of, not on the edge. You come to cities like this, or regions of the country like this, which are far away from the capital, And people are just so relaxed, so easygoing. I mean, I'm in a hurry to get to my destination, but also do the trip that I plan to do. But look at this guy, 50 kilometers an hour. He's just relaxing. It's a Friday today. It's a work day. He doesn't care. Just nice and easy. That always gets me. In Bucharest, in the capital, basically there's no speed limits. You drive as fast as you possibly can. Here, people, they're not in a hurry. And honestly, I wouldn't also be in a hurry if I didn't have to get there at a certain time. But just every day, this could be your everyday commute, just riding roads like this to work and back. How awesome would that be? Seriously, how awesome would that be? And I think I'm starting to see the dam up ahead. Oh yeah. Oh cat. No, 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 no. Kitty. I don't know if we're gonna ride on the dam or we're just gonna pass by it, but between these trees you can make out the dam. There it is. I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's starting to, we're starting to see the shape of the dam. And the humongous Bicaz Lake there. Oh, we're gonna get a good sight of the dam. Damn boy, that's one big dam. Just think about it. Behind that is a wall of water. Absolutely awesome. Let's see if we're gonna get on the dam. I would really like to ride on it. I don't know if we're gonna, I haven't checked out the road to see if we actually ride on the dam, but the lake is there and we have to ride on the side of the lake and on the other side of the lake. So let's see where the road takes us. I see the road's going forward and then we're gonna switch back and we're gonna climb up there. So yeah, we might actually get up on the dam. We'll see. We'll see. And we're riding on the dam. Big ass lake on the left side, huge drop off on the right. We just came from down there, and that's the valley down below, and this is the lake. How awesome is that? And we're gonna ride right next to the lake. I think that's the road up there. It's gonna be such an awesome ride. But we must not forget we're in a hurry, so the little Cruisym has to put in the work. And I think in about 100 kilometers we're gonna have to search for fuel again. We've already done 150 kilometers from the last fuel stop, so with the extra 30 we've done basically about 180 kilometers, 190 kilometers today, and it's 10:30 and I'm thoroughly relaxed. That's the beauty of this machine. So relaxing to ride. We've been riding for about 3 hours, 200 kilometers almost, and I'm fine. It's totally relaxed, totally calm. No backaches, no. And I haven't stopped for any breaks. That's the interesting part. I haven't stopped for any breaks. Nothing in terms of taking a break, eating something, drinking something. Nope. Just riding from the crack of dawn, from 7 o'clock in the morning, just riding and riding and riding and riding. But how can I stop when it's so beautiful and the road is gorgeous? And I still have another 170 kilometers to my destination. I have to be there in 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and make it by 1 o'clock. That's the plan, to make it by 1 o'clock. We're just gonna have to admire the scenery as it flies by, as we give it the beans. Cruisym is gonna have to put in the effort and give me some speed. Considering it, again, today it was supposed to rain. Not only is it not raining, it's sunny outside and it's nice and warm. I'm not cold at all. I do have my rain gear on, but I have it for nothing. But I'm not stopping to change or anything. I'm just gonna enjoy the road, and we are gonna do a change of clothes at the destination. Now we're just punching it. The Cruisym has a bit of an interesting braking caliper, braking system up front. The caliper is pretty weird. Instead of having two brake pads, it's a single disc unit, so there are no twin discs up front. A single disc unit and a single caliper, and I think it's a 4-piston caliper. But the thing is, instead of having two brake pads, one on the left side and one on the right side of the brake disc, you actually have 4 brake pads. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and each piston of the caliper is acting on one single brake pad. It's an interesting system, but what it does do is give the front brake a bit of a bite. I mean, if you grab a handful of brake, it instantly stands on its nose and slows the scooter down. And if you combine that with a bit of rear brake to balance it out, really awesome brakes. And as you can see, we can get some really decent lean angle out of the thing. Although it's quite low, it does have some decent lean angle. I haven't scraped anything yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was some gravel on the road. You always have to be mindful of gravel on the road. Mindful to keep your lane and mindful of gravel on the road. But like I was saying, see, we can get some pretty decent lean angle out of the thing. I don't know what there was, like 20-30 degrees. It's not extreme, but come on, it's not a sport bike. This is supposed to be like a bigger city scooter, like a maxi scooter, but it's still smaller than a maxi scooter. I mean, compare this to like a Bergman 400 or a 650. This is a lot smaller than those. Hell, it's a lot smaller than the old Maxim 600. So this is supposed to be like a combination of a maxi scooter that's made for touring and a city scooter to get you to work and back. And honestly, they have cracked the recipe, because it's still quite easy enough that it's still quite light enough that it's not cumbersome in the city. It's easy to ride in the city, it's easy to ride to work, but also once you get it up on the mountain roads, it's so chuckable and maneuverable. And if you have to ride 200 kilometers to said mountain roads, that's not a problem, because the thing is damn perfectly comfortable. I mean, I'm putting in, basically I'm gonna put in 600 kilometers with just an overnight stop. It's constant riding with just a 8-hour overnight stop, and or 9-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour, I don't know, 10-hour. We left at 7, we arrived at 9. Okay, 10-hour overnight stop. Otherwise, constant riding, and I'm perfectly fine. We're already 3 hours into the trip, and I don't need to take a break. Nope, there's nothing. I don't need like a half-hour break to stretch out or anything. It's the thing. The floorboards. The floorboards are nice and long, and you can move your feet around, and the seat is nice and comfortable, and the back support is pretty decent. Just the whole riding position. The handlebars are swept towards you, the mirrors are nice and up front. You can put your GPS right here, so it's right in your line of sight. It's a very, very awesome package as it is. Put a GV touring windscreen on it and a top case on the back, and you have yourself an awesome touring machine to tour continents. It doesn't do everything perfectly, or it doesn't do some things perfectly, but what it does, it does a lot of things very, very well. It's easy in the city, it's comfortable on the highway, it's chuckable and enjoyable on a mountain road, it's fuel efficient, it has a lot of storage space. The fuel tank, you can get about 250-300 kilometers of range out of the fuel tank. don't know, considering it's less than 6,000 euros brand new, or in some countries it's even 5,000 euros brand new. Sorry about that. What more do you want for less than 6,000 euros brand new? A machine that can do so many things so well. What more could you ask for? And I'm asking myself, because why the hell did I not buy one yet? Because this trip is opening my eyes. I mean, this on my BMW, I would have been completely knackered. To hurdle the BMW around on these corners is tiring. The bike is so big and heavy. Yeah, it can chuck it in the bend, but it does take effort. It takes more effort than it does this thing. And I don't think I would have been quicker. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't think I would have been quicker on my BMW. Even though that thing has 80 horsepower and 100 newton meters of torque, and this thing has 26 horsepower and 26 newton meters of torque. So that thing has about 4 times the power of the Cruisym, but I don't think I would have been faster. Actually, I think I'm faster on the Cruisym. On roads like this, I really do believe I'm faster on the Cruisym, because not having to change gear and so easy and chuckable, I can really plow on through the bends. Places like this, look, we're going up a steep hill and speed is climbing, but it's not really climbing all that fast, but we are climbing. We are at altitude, we are climbing. Dab of brake before the bend, chuck it into the corner. Oh, this dab of rear brake, get it settled, get us in the bend, roll on the throttle, punch it out, swing it, transition. Oh, gorgeous. And it's so easy. You don't have to be like an experienced biker to do this. You can be a beginner rider. It's a couple of hours of this and you've really got the hang of it. Eye-opening experience. Really eye-opening experience. Why the hell did I not buy one yet? But that would mean selling Donnie, and I really don't want to sell Donnie. Oh, decisions, but this thing is bloody awesome. Also, if you're getting on in your age, like if you're hitting 50, 60 years old and big bikes are too heavy, or you're starting to struggle with big bikes and you're thinking like your riding days are over, don't do it. Sell the bike, buy a maxi scooter, and enjoy yourself, because this thing is so easy. It does help people that are coming along in age to keep riding. We do have a customer that this summer is gonna leave from Bucharest to Greece for his holiday with his wife as a pillion. That customer is 78 years old. Okay? 78 years old, and he rides a Joy Max 250, which is basically the same frame as a Cruisym. So a Joy Max 250, 78 years old, and he's putting his wife on the back and they're riding 1,000 kilometers to Greece for their holiday. That's just awesome, and wow, look at that. So, as I was saying, I had to stop for another picture. I just had to. If you're getting on in life and you're getting to a certain age where big bikes seem heavy, seem cumbersome, and you're thinking of hanging up your helmet, Look into a maxi scooter, my friends. If you haven't ever ridden a maxi scooter, look into a maxi scooter. These things are awesome touring machines. Utterly, the accent is on comfort, and the fact that it handles so well, it's just a byproduct of the fact that it's so low, and it's so low to make it comfortable. And even if you're not in your 60s or 70s, I'm 34 years old and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself on this mountain road on a 300cc scooter, 26 horsepower, and I'm enjoying myself, smiling like a little kid. Utterly gorgeous. What a day. This was supposed to be just a work assignment. What a day. It's turning out to be absolutely gorgeous. Sun is shining, the scenery is breathtaking. It's hard to explain how happy stuff like this makes me. Again, this is motorcycling for me. Exploring roads like this, regions like this, being a traveler and traveling through parts you wouldn't normally pass through. Like I said, I'm going out of my way to ride this road, and I don't regret it. I definitely don't regret it. I really hope it comes out on camera how beautiful this place actually is. Oh, haven't been here in 20 odd years, since I was a teenager, and it's a bad thing I haven't come here in so long. But it's a good thing that now that I've discovered motorcycling, I'm also rediscovering how beautiful this place is. Even though I'm in a hurry to get to my destination on time. And now, leaving the lake behind us, we are dropping out of the Southern Carpathians, and we're making our way to Iasi. We still have about 130 kilometers to go, and about, what's the time? About an hour and a half to do them in. It's a pretty tall order. If it would have been highway, then yeah, sure, but it's not. We're not riding on a highway. But that was the most beautiful part of the road, the Bicaz Gorge and the Bicaz Lake, and it was utterly amazing, and I regret nothing. I regret absolutely nothing. I would do that road again in a heartbeat, no matter what I'm riding. That road can make just about anything, any ride, awesome, no matter what machine you're on. Now we're gonna punch it to our destination. We're gonna stop for a quick splash and dash as soon as I see a fuel station, and then straight shot to Iasi, to the event where people are waiting to test ride this exact Cruisym. After I've warmed it up a little bit, let's say. Just a little bit of a warm-up. About almost 600 kilometers of warm-up. Should be fine. Should be all ready for people to try out, to test, and who knows, maybe get inspired and ride. But let's get cracking at munching miles so we can get to our destination. Bumps, bumps, bumps. So we can get to our destination in due time and not be late, because I'm still on the clock. I'm still at work. This is a Friday. Green light, road works ahead, but we got a green light. Ow, 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 damn it! Fix your damn bridge! Oh, what the hell was that? Ugh. Yeah, sometimes you find stuff like this in Romania. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But onwards. Come on, quickly, 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 quickly. Well, peeps, we made it. We're just 3.5 kilometers away from the event. After leaving Bucharest yesterday at 6 o'clock in the evening, now it's 1:15. I wanted to be here by 1, but it's 1:15. It is what it is. Considering I left an hour late, I think I pretty much made up enough time on the way. But yeah, just about 600 kilometers. We left yesterday at 6 o'clock in the evening. It's 1 o'clock now, and we are making the event. Awesome ride, comfortable machine to ride on, fast when you need it to, not hellishly fast. It's not gonna set your trousers on fire, but it can hold its own on modern roads, on modern dual carriageways and everything. Would I've liked a little bit more power? Yeah, maybe, sure. But yeah. This has been quite an awesome experience. And now let's find the event. I don't know exactly where it's supposed to be. Oh, wait a minute. It's there. What the hell? Okay, now this is getting very bloody interesting. Where am I supposed to go? Here? I think so. I heard it was kind of a broken up road, so let's see. Is this the right place? Where the hell is this dealer? And where the hell is this event? It's supposed to be one of the biggest dealerships in Iasi. Maybe somewhere around there. But this road is, well, it's interesting. We're just gonna call it interesting. I did put the pin on my iGo GPS, but it says another 1 kilometer to where the pin is. Oh, so after the train tracks, the road is good. Wait, let's see. Any trains? Train? No train? Okay. No train. Where is it now? Where is it? Okay, this looks better. This looks like a proper place. Warner. Oh, I think they make turbos here. Turbo on the Cruisym. That would be interesting. Let's see. Here? No, not here. It's supposed to be. I have no idea where it is. I'm just gonna go to where I marked it on my GPS. I'm looking left and right for any kind of signs or indicators. It should be this road before the river. Okay, Madras, Moto ATVs service, 300 meters. We're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, cars and everything. Yep, we're making it. Hopefully I'm going to test drive a lot of machines. That's the plan at least, to test drive a lot of machines. Let us see what we can see. There's a van driver up ahead. And look, a white Brutus. Not mine. Alright, catch you guys in a bit. And that's it for the road. And the event is getting on the way, but we do have a bit of rain. But that was it for the trip with the Cruisym. It was an interesting experience seeing what the little 300 Cruisym could do. It's You know, for the price point, it's actually quite impressive considering it can do all of those things: city, highway, mountain roads, carry luggage, touring. It can do everything, not perfectly, but good enough. Good enough where it doesn't bother you, it doesn't hinder you, it doesn't do anything to take away from the experience. But that has been it for today. That has been it for this video. I'm gonna enjoy the event. Hopefully we're gonna take a couple of bikes for a test ride, and I'll have videos on it. So stick around the channel. Maybe we'll get to see some different brands and models on the channel. Until next time, guys, take care out there and ride safe. Bye.